Backstage at High Water, we are with the Heavy Heavy. How are you?
Very well.
Doing very well,
Good.
thank you.
Good. The weather took a turn for us, but things are still going all right. I think people still seem to be having a good time.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you did take credit from the stage for changing the weather. You brought it with you from the UK.
Yeah, we seem to do it everywhere we go, so we can only apologise.
This is this typical British weather, isn't it?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you did mention you just got back or just came back to the United States.
Yes.
How long are you here?
Basically until the end of October.
Yeah.
We go home for a few weeks twice.
Okay.
And each time, but yeah, we're here till October.
Nice, nice. And I've been asking everybody sort of about playing festivals. It seems to be kind of what artists have to do these days, right? I don't know if you have to do it. It's just part of life, right? You're playing festivals. And the difference between like your set at a festival versus what you might do or what you might play at a show where you've got a room full of people who have paid specifically to see the Heavy Heavy. Not that there aren't people in the crowd who have come to see the Heavy Heavy, but they're going to be people who maybe aren't as familiar with you guys.
Yeah.
Does that enter into your thinking when you're thinking about what you're going to do out there for your, time slot?
I think, in 40 minutes we've got to make an impression and, just go big a bit, really. It's...
Yeah, I think, if we were doing a headline show, there would be more of an story arch to it. There would be sort of low points and chill points and thoughtful moments, but not at a festival. You just want to
party.
Yeah.
I was surprised to learn actually that you are English, because when I listened to your record, to me it sounded very much like 1960s American music.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys listen to a lot, or?
Yeah. A lot. Yeah, a lot of it's a mix between the West Coast, California in the 60s and also Muscle Shoals. So the Allman Brothers thing, just that whole recording scene there. So like Dwayne Allman and, Aretha Franklin there, and obviously the Stones did the record there. So that comes into it. Yeah, but there's definitely a kind of West Coast sound to it, but also a big lump of British sound.
Yeah.
We like to think. But it seems to work quite well in America.
Yeah, no, it sounded great today. I really enjoyed it. And the name, the Heavy Heavy.
Yes.
This is a name that grabs attention because it's rather unusual. Where did it come from?
There is an obscure interview with Bowie when he was releasing Ziggy Stardust on the BBC. I don't know where we found it, and I don't know if I'd ever be able to find it again. But the radio presenter asked him to describe what the new album was like, and he went, "It's Heavy Heavy, man." And we were like, "That's cool. That's the name."
And we've heard those two words on various films. Like Back to the Future, he keeps saying it's heavy, heavy.
Yeah.
And then a film called Local Hero, which I'm not sure many people would have seen, but it's there's a really good quote in that where he talks about the traffic being heavy.
Yeah, and that's the start of the movie in Dallas, Texas, and then it goes over to Scotland, and it's all Mark Knopfler. Film. What's the word?
The score.
The score.
Oh yeah.
So that's basically where it comes from.
Yeah, cool. So David Bowie named your band. That's cool.
Yes, he blessed us.
Yeah.
Now there is another band out there, the Heavy. Do you know those guys? Are you familiar with the Heavy?
We know their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You guys should tour together, right? The Heavy tour.
Yes, we have had a few shows where some people have come to see the Heavy.
They've been at the merch table afterwards telling us the story, so we're like, okay, well, you liked it.
Yeah, hopefully you were able to convert them. So that's the upside to that. All right, so you guys are kicking around the States. You're doing a lot of touring, I suppose, while you're here. And what surprises you most about? What's the biggest difference, I guess, between America and the UK?
In general.
You know what? We'll say in general, and then we'll also talk about at shows. Why not?
Okay. In general, just the vastness of the landscape is phenomenal and mind-blowing.
Yeah, the scale of it is huge.
Yeah.
It's...
And the food portions are giant.
Yeah.
Like, didn't we say, right, this time...
We'll just share.
Share.
Yeah.
Your eyes are bigger than your mouth a lot of the time, or your stomach, so...
It's cool. We like the kind of general feeling of freedom over there. It feels a bit, England's very stiff upper lip, and it's very,
it's because it's so small. Yeah, there's just a lot of signs on the road and red tape, you know. Also, and here it's kind of like you get on the road and you drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good. We like it.
yeah.
Good.
And in terms of the shows, I mean, I would say that the Americans in general are more effusive than the English. So there's a lot more vocal sort of response from the crowds.
Okay.
Just in general. And a general enthusiasm and forthcoming, just good vibes and friendliness. Actually, not that, to say the English are a bunch of miserable, you know, but you know, it's you know.
I think it goes with the land. Like you just have more space to express yourself in, you know.
So they're tied together. Yeah, it's possible. I'd hope that was like a stereotype of the British people. What do you just get? You don't get like a golf clap over there after every song, do you?
No.
Okay.
Well, there are certainly very, very rowdy people in the UK.
Yeah.
So as a general theme, I think Americans are very much more.
Yeah.
Effusive.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So I always ask people, what is your favorite movie?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, okay. Excellent movie.
Yeah, I love that. But also Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Wes
say.
Anderson. That's
okay. Yeah. That one's a very good movie too. I like Wes Anderson's movies. Pretty much all of them. He's got,
it's beautiful.
Flawless.
He's got the look and the vibe that is just purely him.
It's incredible. And then Ralph Fiennes' performance in Grand Budapest is...
I have said about that movie, I think it's the most Wes Anderson of all the Wes Anderson movies. Yes, I can see. Yeah, it tends to be a fan favorite, I think, of people who are really into his movies.
It's just
for that
perfect. It's perfect.
Right. And then we'll wrap up with just a silly question here. Have you had time to listen to the new Taylor Swift record?
I actually listened to some of it last night, just to test the water, see if I'm capable, and I'm not.
No? All right.
No, full respect to her, but it's not in our world. I'm afraid.
You're not going to make it through all 31 songs that are on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea. No.